Hi plant friends, if you're new, I'm Jessica. Today I wanted to share with you my Ikea greenhouse, which is right behind me here. We're sitting on the floor of my craft room, which is where the greenhouse resides. I'm going to flip this around now and kind of give you a tour and share any products that I'm loving in the Ikea baggebo. I think that's how you say it. So let's go ahead and switch around so I can show this to you. So as I mentioned, this does live inside my craft room. It is maybe 10 feet away from a window, but I am mostly relying on lights. And so I'm just going to give you a tour, a little overview here. You can see I do have some plants on top and just kind of pan down for you. And then we'll go through, I'll show you what plants I have in here and what products I have. So when I received this, I built it and added some acrylic sheets on the side here because as you can see, it is ventilated and I wanted to hold the humidity in. So I got these on Amazon and I will link anything down below that I can. It will all be Amazon affiliate link items, but you can find these things probably other places as well. So yeah, these came as sheets and they were sorry, I think I said acrylic, but I think it was like it's actually plexiglass. And it was super easy to cut down to size. However, it was the exact width that it needed to be. I just had to trim one of them. But I don't want to talk too much about the build because there are lots of tutorials if you want to figure out the best way. I honestly just built mine, kept it simple. The only things I really did was added the plexiglass on both sides just using a double stick tape. And then the other thing is that in the back corner behind that black fan, my husband drilled a hole so that we could just put all of the cords out one side. I did a little weatherproofing, but I do want to tell you if you are going to use the plexiglass or some type of thing to cover up the holes on the side, you're probably not going to need to weatherproof because when I did that, it was almost like 85 to 90% humidity. And I do prefer it to stay more at the 80-ish degrees. I've had mine open here cleaning it, so it's about 70 right now, but it usually sits at close to 80% humidity, which I find perfect for the plants that I have in here. So even though these aren't in the cabinet, I'll show you what I do have here. I have this Hoya that I just got from a subscription box called Garden Nook Box. I have my, I think it's variegated burl marks right here, and then just some micans. So let's go into the cabinet. You're gonna see that I did rip off some of the weatherproofing right here because like I said, it was too much. And I have a hygrometer back there to show me, the temperature and humidity. And then on top, I have these lights and it is hooked up to another light. If you pan down here, which is right here, and they're just all on one wire. And those are relatively inexpensive lights and I really like them. They fit perfect vertically. And I felt like I needed one more light because you'll see that I have a glass shelf here. Now, this shelf does come with 2 glass shelves that would typically go right about here. But I liked having a little bit more vertical space here, and I really like the shelves on here instead. And I also got these from Amazon, and they are magnetic if you're wondering how they stick on. They are super, I know it looks like I'm wiggling it, and it is wiggling a bit, but they're very, very heavy duty. I have one extra light. I am obsessed with these halo lights. I have them all over my house. And so I added one more just because I felt like we needed a little extra light for the middle region. So yeah, let's go ahead and I'll show you what's in here. Hopefully I'll remember all of the names. So in the back corner, this is my Alocasia Silver Dragon. And it is kind of sunstressed, but I absolutely love the look of it. So I've enjoyed having it in the cabinet. It has almost no crisping, which if you know anything about alocasia, that's definitely a hard thing to avoid. And then in front here, I have this new plant, which is just some cuttings of, oh, I always forget, Rio? The Rio? I don't remember. I thought I was going to remember. And if you can see it, it comes in, the white stripes come in a bit pink, and so I want to keep that sun stressing, which is why I have it in here. But also it's not quite rooted, and so I am hoping to get that going in the greenhouse here. In the back, I have my mint Adansonii. So excited, we have a new leaf coming in, but this plant is absolutely gorgeous. I love how slender it is, and the splashy color is just to die for. In front, this is a Piper ornatum, I believe, and I've had this for well over a month and it still hasn't rooted, so I'm holding on to hope because, I mean, it still looks totally fine, everything looks great, but yeah, it hasn't rooted yet, and so I'm really hoping that it does soon. But it's a really, really gorgeous plant. I have heard that these are really hard to take care of, so I mean, at least it hasn't died yet. That's something, right? Okay, and then when we come down here, this is my Alocasia Green Dragon. And I might have those names a bit mixed up, but it is the regular version. Now, you might think that it actually looks like the silver version. Again, that's because it's sun-stressed, but it is definitely just the regular version. But can you just look at that texture? How can you not love these plants? Absolutely gorgeous. Over here, this is just a smaller plant that I have, and I think it's called Brantiatum. I can't say that. I know how to spell it in my head. Anyways, I just have it in here because, I don't know, it fits well, and I'm just not exactly sure what to do. But I gotta say, I didn't love it at first. I thought it was a cool plant, and I like all plants, but I'm really starting to love it because I think it's so cool how it grows. It's supporting itself, and I mean, the stems are not like that huge. So I love how it grows kind of like wavy like that, and I feel like the leaves just look so like sassy. I don't really know, but I am really actually recently just really falling in love with that plant. So that's cool. Over here, this is a variegated Hoya carnosa compacta that I've been trying to root for quite a while, and I have heard that these can take a long time. Now, I didn't always have the dome on top, but I'm just trying something different, and I also moved it from water to perlite, so hoping that helps with rooting. I know you have to be so patient with these guys, and so I'm hoping that it'll do okay. I didn't have it in the cabinet the whole time, but I was thinking that maybe that was the best bet, although now I'm seeing some like brown around the white part, and so maybe the light's too much. I don't know. Anyways, let's move down here. This is the last little shelf, and in the back I just have a, what is this? I know it's an Enjoy, Pothos Enjoy, and I got this, I actually purchased it online from Wishlist Plants on Etsy, and it completely died back except for this one tiny little stem, and since it was one of the first plants I had bought, I just was sad to let it go, so I thought, well, let me go ahead and just try to see if I can grow roots and get it going, and it has really been thriving in here. I think it's such a cool plant, and I love, like, the variegation on this is so pretty. So I don't know, I have another larger one that is up here, which has been struggling. It has yellowing and whatnot, but since I've added lights to that one, it's doing really well. So I guess maybe this one just really likes high light. Either way, it's doing really well in here, so I'm probably just gonna leave it in here for a while. It's not a plant that I would normally think to put in a cabinet, but hey, it's working. Okay, over here, I know the lighting gets a little weird, so bear with me. This is a Soderoy, and this is the small true form. And so sorry we're not panning on here really well. And my friend just gave this to me, so I was like, sure, let me give it a go. And it has such a pretty leaf. It's grown a new leaf since I've had it, and I think it's rooted. I can't remember if she gave it to me rooted or not, but right now I'm pretty sure it is. And then this is a plant that I've been waiting on for a long time. This is the Soderoy like the larger version. I don't quite know the name of it. But again, gorgeous, gorgeous leaf. And I've had this as long as I had the Piper, so over a month, and I was worried because it wasn't rooting, but it finally just started growing roots, so I'm very excited for that. It does have this growth point here. I believe that's going to be a new leaf coming in, at least I hope. So I'm hoping, since it has grown roots, that now it will start to grow. And I have a feeling this is going to be a really large plant, so I don't know how I will exactly keep it in here. But I could always bring it up to this level, the second shelf, because there is going to be more space. So I'm fine with moving things around if I need. Let's see, I think the last thing that I have in here is this little cup of variegated string of hearts, and I completely dumped this down my drain one day by accident. And I was like, well, let me just try to scoop you back up and see if you keep growing. And it has grown a few new leaves. It does seem to be much slower growing than the regular version, but it's pretty. And I would absolutely love if it continued to grow. I just realized I have a teeny little strand of string of turtles over there, and I'm guessing it fell off and I just added it in here. I don't even remember doing that, but that's okay. So that's all of the plants in here. I have 2 fans, so I have one here and back here because airflow is extremely important inside a cabinet. So I love those fans. They're tiny, they fit in here great. I even have this one up on a hook. This one's just, you know, down on the ground, which is totally fine. They're very quiet. I keep them on 24/7, and then the lights I just keep on from like 8 to 8 usually. And yeah, that's everything. So if you have any questions about this IKEA cabinet, let me know. I love this version of the IKEA greenhouses. There are so many that people use. This one was maybe, I think it was $50. I'm pretty sure it was 50, or it was definitely under 100. Maybe it was 99. I can't remember, but I know it was under 100. And I would love to get another one. I like this size. I know some people have bigger plants, and you could probably not grow the biggest plants in here, but depending on how you have it set up, you definitely have a lot of room to play. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.